it going, Hereford? How's it going, YouTube? Nick Novak back for another video. Doing a little herd check on these springers right here. They're doing good. Little calf. Here's the Hereford's little new calf, born a couple days ago. She's grown up, little heifer. She's gonna be tame just like her mom, I think. Oh, Scarlet, you'll be all right. Really good looking calf. Kind of my plan today was do a herd check on everything. Figured we'd come check them and give them alfalfa first thing this morning. Her condition looks pretty good since she had her calf. There's Scarlet's little calf. But we're gonna go feed the bottle calf and grain the wean calves, and then we'll go check out the big herd. So, little update on the bottle calf situation. We actually sold all 3 of our bottle calves we had. I ended up picking up this little heifer yesterday. She was a twin. The reason we got rid of those other 3 was there's a guy and a gal and her little brother. They were looking for a red Angus heifer for 4-H, and I had one, so they traveled 3 hours from here to pick it up. And so to make it worth their time, they just bought that little black white face heifer as well. I made a little bit of money on them, which that's all that I care about. If they're happy with them, that's all I can appreciate. So glad that happened. And then that little bull calf, actually knew a lady who decided she wanted a bull calf, and so she got a steer calf, I guess, and she knew that up front and whatnot. So anyways, get these ones fed and we will go check the big herd. So I haven't told any of you guys this yet, but all 3 of those bottle calves we've had, the little red heifer, the black with the white face heifer, and the little steer calf, we ended up selling them on Sunday. Today's Tuesday. There was a couple, this lady's little brother was wanting to show a red heifer in 4-H, and they couldn't find one. They're actually about 3 hours from here, and to make it worth their time to pick her up, they ended up buying that little black and white face heifer too, to make it worth their time. So it worked out for me. I made a little bit of money and they got what they wanted, so both parties are happy. That's all I can ask for. I did pick up a little twin heifer yesterday, and kind of my plan with her is one of my really good neighbors sold her to me. He just doesn't have time for her, and what I'm gonna try to do is probably just try to sell her, make $100 or so off of her. I have a guy who's looking for one. I'm gonna try to do that, and then we'll probably, I don't know if it's gonna for sure thing yet, but there's 3 calves about 2 hours from me that I might go and pick up tonight or tomorrow. They're about 6 weeks old and eating grain, alfalfa, everything. I got a good price spoken for him for, so we'll see if he holds out for me or not. My plan's either tonight or tomorrow go get them, and I'll probably wean those in another 20 days if I can get them. So then they'll be joined with these 2, which these 2 are looking good, fat as can be, eating their grain, water, alfalfa, hay, everything. So everything's working out so far. I feel like this bottle calf thing's been kind of fun. It's a lot of here, there, talking on the phone, answering messages, but it's fun to do something on the side, which I have time to do it, so there's no reason for me not to. Anyways, we'll run to the big pasture, check on all them, check eyes, check everything. Then we'll probably pull the hay wagon back so I can refill it tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's the 4th day, so they get a refill tomorrow. Usually we would refill it today, but we decided not to, just to kind of expand and push the feeding back a little bit, because there is some green grass coming up, and make them work for it. Just try to get them to April 15th, because we don't run out of hay and whatnot. But yeah, here's this little heifer. I just fed her. She's a small little thing, but she looks good. She's healthy. She had colostrum, which helps, But anyways, we're gonna lock her up in her pen. I just left her in that last night so she can stay warm, but we'll lock her in here and head to the big pasture. So as we drive to the pasture, I just figured I'd kind of give you an update on what my plan is with these bottle calves, because I've been going back and forth, and you know, bottle calves are hard because you have to take people's word for it. If the calves had colostrum, and that plays a huge part in that calf living or dying. You know, if you want to spend 500 bucks on a calf, and she has had a colostrum, there's a good chance probably 1 in 4 is going to die. And so it's hard to trust people's word, if that makes sense. But the ones I've had really good outings with everybody and been up front with problems and whatnot, which has been super handy. But I think my goal is, since I have those 2 week ones and I might pick up these 3 tonight, I'd like to get up to 10 to 15-ish, and up here in front of my house, I'm going to try to hot wire probably 10 to 15 acres to let them graze all summer, and see if I can't get them up to maybe 350 pounds-ish by the end of the grazing season. And if I can do that, I'd probably sell them as a lot. I think I can get some good money for them. Kind of my plan with that is to hot wire that 10 or 15 acres, but I'll also keep the bull with them so they kind of stick around the bull. They won't be old enough to be bred by him or nothing, all the heifers, but he will kind of keep them in check, so to speak, and also kind of watch out for them in case coyotes or something along those lines is going to happen. So, which we pray that doesn't happen, but if it does, hopefully that bull will watch out for them. Well, the water's still full. Looks like all the cows and everybody were on the other side of the pasture, so we'll check on these up here close and then head over there and look at them. Calves have really been taking off. This green grass, it's kind of funny, all these old cows, once they get their alfalfa and stuff, the first 2 days they kind of just hang out and wait for me to get more, and these calves are out there working, which I like. They're chewing on all the grass and everything and flat out getting after it. The cows are in pretty good shape for having 350 pound calves on them. That's for sure. So, I mean, some of those calves are probably pushing 4. Big old heifer right there. Everybody's just kind of hanging out. Bunch of calves up there laying down. This cow right here sloughed her calf. She didn't end up having one, but cows are so expensive right now that we just decided to keep her and try to get her bred back. There's a big old steer. Look at that big boy. What's up, big hoss? I mean, he comes up middle of probably where my belly button's at, and I'm 6 foot, almost 6'1", but that's a big calf. They're 70. He's one of my favorite cows, little heifer. It's pretty tame. Yeah, they look good. Just looking for bad eyes, see if anybody's limping, make sure everybody gets up and is looking good. Yeah, I don't see any real problems. We'll drive up to the top, make sure all them calves up there are good, but it's a little windy today again. Go figure, it's Kansas. But yeah, it's a little windy, but for the most part, it's a nice day. I mean, I'm just in a button up and feel good. It's a nice big heifer right there. But you can see all this green grass popping up everywhere, starting to get green. Nice steer there. Yeah, anyways, we'll go check them up here and seems like everybody's doing good. Tell you guys a funny story about number 100. So when she was born, she's probably 5 days old and ended up getting scours really bad, and it was a really cold day. I ended up finding her. She was just laying down. She was already solid as a brick. Like, she probably would have died a couple hours, and here she is right there, solid as a brick. And so I went ahead and took her back to my house, put her in the barn, put a couple horse blankets on her, and flipped her from side to side every 3 hours. Why 3 hours? I don't know. That's just what I felt like I should have done. But every 3 hours I did that. I tubed her electrolytes probably 4 times. And by the 3rd day, like I said, she's 5 days old. So 3 days without mom, 3 days with no milk, just electrolytes. By the 3rd day, I walked into the barn and she's standing up, and I was like, wow, I think I may have saved this calf's life. But yeah, sure enough, she lived. Brought her back out to the pasture. That not that day, but the next day I gave her a little bit of just milk replacer. But by the 4th day, brought her back, her mom took her, and she started sucking on her mom right away. But it's pretty cool how she's still alive and growing. She's turning out to be a nice little heifer. Another update is I haven't lost a calf yet, knock on wood. Out of these 48 cows we've had, 46 of them had babies, 2 of them sloughed their calves. So I'm not considering that death on my part, since they didn't even have them alive. But yeah, we've been 100% on the calves we have had. So we'll hope that continues through June-ish, and then we'll ship them to the feed yard. So kind of our plan with these is probably in the next 3 weeks, our plan is to get all these calves worked before we send them out to grass, which, you know, they're just gonna go to that pasture over there and a pasture right over the hill that's on the same section. But yeah, so we're gonna work them, give them some more vaccine before we send them to grass, and we'll leave them out there on grass, and then probably right when we wean them off their moms, we will give them another round of vaccine, and then they'll head to the feed yard. So that's kind of our plan as of now, rough plan. A lot of things can change. It's a nice steer calf right there. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is we'll go grab that hay wagon now, we'll pull it home, and the video tomorrow will probably be feeding them and that. So we're gonna end it there. Kind of a short one. It's kind of a herd check today for you guys. You guys have already seen me pull that trailer, so I don't think you guys want to watch that for the 5th time. But appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe. Thank you guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.